Why do you want to be an author? There are 5 reasons why people want to be an author. So which one applies to you? Are you trying to get royalties to have that steady passive income flow because your book is just so great as one of those best-selling authors? Or are you trying to build a personal brand? Are you actually going to use your book to actually upsell a product or service that you're going to offer? Maybe you want to write your book to get a new list of people that you can reach out to as your new clients. Maybe you want to build an empire. Do you know that Chicken Soup for the Soul used to be a book that now has grown into a massive empire? Or maybe you just want to use it as a different way for you to sell a product online. That's called e-commerce. So which one of those 5 do you want to use your book as your purpose for writing? Hey, this is Arlene with Day 1 Challenge of How to Write Your Book in a Weekend. I am in the office supply section of the store, and here's what you'll need. Just 2 basic things. An index card. This one is unlined on one side. They ran out, unfortunately, but I recommend you get the lined one. The other thing that you'll need is an index card holder. You don't have to be fancy. I'm very basic. I have one similar to this. But if you are one of those people who want to have something flashy, go for it. Get one of the ones that look very chic. That's all you need for today, and tomorrow we're going to talk about how are you going to use your supplies in order to write your book in a weekend. Yay, you've made it. It's day 2 on the blueprint on how to write your book in a weekend. Now with your index cards that you got yesterday, what you're going to do is you're going to write your chapters as questions. You already know what you want to say as a message, but what we're going to do is we're going to outline our thoughts as questions for chapters in relation to the points that you want to make. For example, you may want to share how you want to keep your marriage hot like it was before you got married and said, I do. If you are writing a fictional story, you may not know all the characters' names, etc., but you do know the plot. So one chapter can be an introduction on a hardship that happened, how the person related, if they affected other people. What are these questions that you're going to ask throughout the duration of the story so that way you can answer them? It's very important because tomorrow we're going to talk about how you deal with those questions. Are you ready for day 3 on how to write your book in a weekend? Now you wrote your chapter questions and now you're going to be able to answer it. Let's say, for example, one of my chapter questions was on how do people make money. Now what I want you to do is take one chapter you feel strongly and confident about. You're going to take 15 minutes and you're going to be able to answer the question about that chapter. So going back to my original choice of how to make money, one of my things may be creative financing, and what does that include? So I will write on one side creative financing. On the back side, I would talk about hustling. I would talk about having a garage sale or using my hobby as a way to make money. So that's what you're basically going to do. You're going to, on one side, give an idea, and on the other side of it, give 3 keywords, short words or phrases to help you answer that question as it relates to the chapter. Do that 13 times for the chapter, and there you go. All right, so you have your questions and you have your outline for how you're going to write your book in the weekend. So what is the next step for you to be able to do? And all you have to do is really talk about it. You know, the good thing is you could always have a conversation. Conversations don't never lead to the strenuous stresses of brain fart as writing your book. And so when you talk it out, the other advantage is when you're talking to your book out to someone, you can, based on their reaction, know whether or not what you have to say is important or not. And then once you finish having that audio recording, all you have to do is transcribe it, pay someone to do it, I'd prefer, and send it to someone, and there you have it, your book in a weekend. And of course later on you'd have to pay for editing or doing whatever you want to do, but the essence of your book is already complete, and that's how you complete your book in a weekend.